Hi everyone, how's it going? It's Isaac here from Sports Addict, and today we're going to be talking about, welcome to What's Going On Here then, episode 12. Yes, it is now. We do this about 15 weeks, and then about 12 episodes. Apologies for that, as always. This week's been a bit of an interesting week. There's been a few results that some were expecting. There's been a few shock results. There's been results that have completely gone against the flow of what's been normally happening. Another team's been relegated, which I'll get onto in a minute, which is obviously disappointing because no team wants to get relegated from the Premier League. It's, I believe, the best league in the world, most competitive anyway, and it provides the best entertainment really for me. You look at the likes of Bundesliga, you've got Bayern with occasionally Dortmund winning it, with France, you've got PSG always winning it, but that could change this year with, I think it's Lille or Lyon who are coming in clutch this year. Or you've got the Italian league, which apart from this year being Inter, it's been Juventus dominance for the past few years. And then La Liga being really the only three teams, but I feel like there's any of the big six, as it were, could win the league with a few. Leicester, but must be included in that conversation. They're a brilliant team in my estimation. As always, there'll be a link to the blog down below. If you've got any ideas for any things you want me to write about or just suggestions about topics, do let me know. I will take them into account. But anyway, let's get on with it. So on Monday the 3rd was West Brom 1, Wolves 1. This meant that West Brom had to win all of their games and the teams around them could really had to lose the majority of their games. Big Sam's, or Sam Allardyce as I should say, is notorious for helping teams stay up when the odds are when they're backed against a corner. And unfortunately, as I'll get on to anyway in a minute, West Ham 2, Burnley 1. West Ham on really good form as of present. They're doing really well. I think Lingard has had something to do with that. I think the confidence of someone. I think it's to do with the fact that Manchester United almost didn't want him, and he sensed that. But West Ham, because he knows they'd come in for him, he's thought, they want me here, so I'm going to play well for him. Whereas if he'd have played for United, he wouldn't have cared. Because they don't, as of then, we don't, I think we want him there now because of the form he's in. And I think when he comes back, he's going to think, oh, well, you only want me now because I'm doing well. And I think he will stay at West Ham. I think it'll become permanent, or he'll go on loan for another year. Then it will become permanent. Much like the Chris Smalling, Alexis Sanchez, Ashley Young kind of thing that happened. On Tuesday, saw Manchester City go to their first ever final of the Champions League. I think it's Pep Guardiola's third final. After beating Paris Saint-Germain 2-0, Riyad Mahrez got one, so he got 3 over the 2 legs, which is very good. Interestingly, he actually rejected Paris Saint-Germain a few years ago when he just won the league with Leicester, and he chose to stick it out with Leicester for another year. And then he got his big money move to City, which has obviously paid dividends in the end. It's a strange one with Paris because you look at the team, they've got Mbappe and Neymar and even like Di Maria, Icardi, Moise Kean, Verratti, Ander Herrera, Keylor Navas, Marquinhos, Kimpembe, Florenzi. That's just some of their absolutely star-studded lineup. But for some reason, they just I know they got to the final last year, but for some reason, they just cannot hack this Champions League. And it's really disappointing because they're such a good team. And if they got to I think if they put their minds to it, they could do it. I feel with Paris is their defence is shocking. Now that must be taken with a pinch of salt, because if the defence is good, but compared to the attack, their attack has got the 2 most expensive footballers in the world. Their midfield has got World Cup, not winners, but people who advance far into the tournament each time, and serial winners. And then the defence, I think, because those players aren't as marketable. Like if you say Kimpembe, you don't know that name. But if you say Mbappe, you instantly know who that is. Everyone around the world knows Mbappe. I'd say not even a third of the world knows who Kimpembe is, and that's no disrespect to Kimpembe. He's a brilliant centre half, but he's not as well known because he's a centre-back and he doesn't score the goals and he doesn't do the tricks. And he's never in all these trick compilations. And I think if Paris Saint-Germain actually put some money into the defence, they could become absolute powerhouses. Now, this defence is good enough for Ligue 1, but for Champions League, when they're coming up against really good attacks, this isn't going to work. They need to put some money. Their centre-backs, Marquinhos and Kimpembe, are absolutely brilliant, and as much as I don't like Paris, they are a very good partnership. Florenzi is alright, but the left-back, they've got Carlos Bacca, who is not good. I really don't like Paris Saint-Germain's left-back, and I think it's testament to the fact that they just pump all their money into the marketable players that are going to bring them even more money in shirt sales. On Wednesday, saw Chelsea get to the first final since they won it, I believe. 2-0 versus Real Madrid. Again, Real Madrid are looking shocking. They got to the semi-final stage, but they're just a real shadow of their former selves. That Real Madrid team could be so much more. But I think without that focal point of Ronaldo, and possibly even Bale, because Bale for so many years was such a good player for them. And I think you lose those two, and you've suddenly got Benzema. And Benzema's a very, very talented player, but he can't do it on his own. And Eden Hazard, let's face it in a minute, is a bit shocking. He can be very good, but he's lost a lot of confidence. And on that right wing, they've got Marcos Asensio and Lucas Vazquez, both two unproved Spanish players, brought through the academy, who are not that great of players, in all honesty. They're good, but I wouldn't say they're Real Madrid quality. I mean, you look in the past, they've had, on that wing, they've had Bale, who alone is enough to prove. Anyway, on to the Europa League semi-finals on Thursday. Arsenal were knocked out, meaning it's no English in all the European finals. It's Villarreal, who, after 0-0 on the night, but 2-1 in the reverse leg, Villarreal managed to do very well defensively. Arsenal did well defensively, it's just attacking, they were not great. Manchester United lost on the night 3-2, but the 6 goals in Manchester were enough to get them through, and 2 on the night. Even if Roma had kept a clean sheet and only scored 3, they wouldn't have gone through because it would have been 6-5, but that would have been a bit of a bad result. But 8-5 is what a game of football that was. As much as I don't like seeing my team lose, I didn't really mind because we got through in the first leg, obviously. I think it was massive, just a case of they took their foot off the pedal so much in that game. You could see it. Say United have got 5 gears, they were maybe going in 2 at most of 3 when we went down, just to try and get even. But yeah, we were not going full pelt against them, not by any stretch of the imagination. On Friday, saw Newcastle United score 4 against Leicester City, with Callum Wilson getting 2. Leicester City have hit bad form at a really bad time, and they need to sort it out quickly. Saturday, saw Leeds beat Tottenham Hotspur 3-1. Now, Leeds are a brilliant team. I've seen pretty much consistently throughout the whole season. Their goal difference is 0. Now, that might seem bad, but it's good for entertainment because they've scored as many as they've conceded. Now, you look, they lost 6-2 against United earlier in the season, but then they're scoring 5 against other team, against like West Brom and Sheffield United. They're beating the Tottenham 3-1. They beat Manchester City a few weeks ago. On the opening day, they lost 4-3, but that was 7 goals on the first day, not often seen. Sheffield United already gone down, lost 2-0 to Crystal Palace. That's just picking up points for Crystal Palace just to secure safety. Chelsea beat Manchester City 2-1. Should they have won that game, they would have been champions. They just need to win one of their last 3 games and they will be current champions. I really think this was a bad move by Pep. Playing the likes of Ake and Benjamin Mendy, they're good players, but they should have just won the league there and then took the pedal off and rested all your players for the Champions League. Because those last 3 games, once you've won the league, are not important. They want to get as many points, but they're not breaking the 100-point barrier. They will at least end the season on 88 points. Now, that's still a really good total, but it's not the 100. And I think they should have won that game if they'd have played their first 11. And then took the foot off the gas for Newcastle, Brighton and Everton, and then focused on the final. Rest as many players as they can. Gone full pelt, and then because now I think that's going to be bad confidence for them when it comes to the final. They've just lost to City like 2.5 weeks before the final. Now it's not going to be good for confidence. Liverpool beat Southampton with Sadio Mane getting once again his old club. They're going for Europe. I think they'll be in the Europa League, if not Conference League, but I think it'll be Europa League football for them next season. Wolves beat... So on to Sunday now. Wolverhampton Wanderers beat Brighton 2-1. Aston Villa lost after scoring the first goal, losing to Manchester United 1-3. Again, Man United come from behind, 20, I think, or 31 points from losing position now. Really good to see we've got the resilience to come back. However, it is disappointing that we keep conceding. Clean sheets are really good and are always beneficial if it could come down to something like goal difference, which it very well may do should circumstances come to fruition. West Ham lost to Everton 1-0. Going for Champions League, West Ham and Everton, I believe, just pushing as high as they can. I think they could get Europa League. And then Arsenal relegated West Brom after winning 3-1 with goals from Pepe, Willian and Emil Smith-Rowe and Pereira for West Brom. Now I want to go through the table and talk about everything that can happen. So Manchester City need just one more win. Or a draw, and then if United lose a game, they will be crowned champions. Should City draw 1, lose 2, and United win all 3, they win the league. Should City lose all 3, they win, and United win all 4 that's left for them, they win the league. But it's looking ever likely that City will get that win, judging by the fact that of the fixtures they've got left. United are in second on 70 points, game in hand. They've secured Champions League football for next season, as they now mathematically cannot go any lower than 4th. Chelsea sit in 3rd on 64 points. Leicester just behind them, 1 point behind on 63. I think the top 4 that's now will be the top 4. West Ham with 58 points. I think it's interchangeable between them and Liverpool, who get Europa League and who get European Conference League. Liverpool just behind them, like I say, on 1 point behind. Tottenham, another point behind on 56. 7th, Tottenham, 55 points. So again, that 5th to 8th is completely interchangeable. Arsenal on 52 points. 9th, League on 10. 11th, Villa. 12th, Wolves. 13th, Crystal Palace. 14th, Newcastle. 15th, Brighton. 16th, Southampton. 17th, Burnley. 18th Fulham, 19th West Brom and 20th Sheffield United. Fulham lose one more game, they are down. Okay, that's been this week. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye.